what would you do to change what's going on now?
That's
I know it's heavy,
question.
but you can handle it. We've talked. You can handle it.
If I was the superintendent of the school, what would I do to change what's going on?
And help get these kids more back into school, number one, a little more self-respect, number two, and respect for others, which is what we're losing now.
I think, that kind of goes, and I hate to make things cultural, but it kind of goes to our culture. More the black culture are more violent than other cultures. And what we find in the most violent, and even in Richmond here, is in the black schools, predominantly black schools. And why that is, I just feel if I was a superintendent, I stop teaching these kids what I'm trying to force them and teach them what they really want to learn, which is history about, not only, Columbus and English and white America, but things on Black America, things about Africa, so they feel more of a sense of pride. It's hard to feel pride in yourself when you don't know who you are. So that's one of the things I do, and I find black kids into music, but we're taking music. We'll get rid of a music program before we get rid of anything. We'll have home ec. These kids you think they're going to go out and cook? No, they're going out buying guns. They're not worrying about cooking. Teach them something, but you can teach them how to cook through music. You can teach them how to have pride through music. So bring the music back, like VH1. Bring the music back. So. There's so many kids. When we go into these schools, we're going to perform in front of 600 kids. Basically, the whole student body. They're breaking it up in 2 groups of 300. Now, all of these kids have never participated in like this before until we brought music into the school.
Very interesting.
And in the process, we're going to give them away CDs. We're going to give them away shirts. We're going to teach them a little bit about, life so, that's what I would do if I was superintendent.
Well, you said something that needed to be said. Now, when Bill Cosby started talking along these lines, how we need to kind of straighten ourselves up, people got mad at him. I happen to have agreed with what he was saying. He might not have said it in a way that was palatable,
politically correct
to the masses, but he said what needed to be said. What you just said was something that needs to be said out loud, because we have to start taking care of and directing our own the way it used to be. Now, I'm not saying we can turn the clock back, but we can turn the clock ahead. And we can start preparing. And young people like yourself, I don't know if you're even trying, if you even really appreciate the value of what you're doing for your community as well as yourself, because you're setting an example. You see, and that's what young people all need examples. I know when we were kids growing up, it was a lot different. When you had segregation and stuff, we had all of the models right there in the community. We had our black lawyers, our black doctors, always had the black undertaker, always had the barbershop, always had people that were, Mr. So-and-so is the real estate guy, Mr. Holmes is this,
Exactly.
You knew all of these people, and there was some responsibility for your own actions. You hear Tom Joyner and all the guys talking all the time about how when we were kids, if you did something wrong, one of the neighbors would.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so we don't have that now. It's a different world. What do we do to change it? The point you just made is excellent. We need to start teaching the kids. Yeah, you do have to know the math. Yes, you have to know the English. Yes, you have to know all of that. But if you can build up that self-pride from the beginning, I'm thinking that all the rest would follow.
To me, it's almost rudimentary. It's like if you don't care about yourself, it's kind of like I say, if you can't love yourself, you can't love anybody. What do I care about sticking you up? And this is not coming from, put it like this. You talking about imagination a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
We had to be imaginative. When your power off, you don't have no water, and you had $10 to your name till next Friday. You learn a lot of inventive ways to entertain yourself with no power and to clean yourself with no water,
Yeah.
So when you come from situations and circumstances like that, it's hard to have pride in yourself, especially when nobody's showing you. So if you don't care about yourself, what am I care about your stuff for, or anybody else's stuff for?
Another key phrase, especially when nobody's showing you. That's a key phrase. That's what these boys are missing nowadays. They don't have people showing them. We used to have uncles, we still have uncles. That relationship hasn't gone away, but the obligation of the uncles has gone away. The uncles taught you how to press your pants, how to shine your shoes, how to stand up, how to talk to a young lady, and etc. They taught you that, but we don't have that anymore. Not here in the United States. The southern United States, I think, is a little bit ahead of the good guy curve, because the kids here, the whole atmosphere of the South is hospitality and politeness. So I used to joke when I'd go back home. I'm from New York. And people would say, well, how's the crime thing down there? You know, you down in the country. I said, oh, you still get robbed, but they say, can I have your money, please? But I'm loving these points you're making, and these are points that some of you out there who are in a position to do things might want to listen to. Having groups like yourself. Now, Charlene and I go into the schools. We do go into the schools. I didn't know that you did it on the level that you're doing it. That's very impressive.
Doing it big.
And has the school board been helpful as far as facilitating?
Actually, the school board was initially resistant to having rap in the schools, because you know rap is the devil.
Oh yeah.
So they didn't really want the devil in the schools. So, you know, when we brought the devil in the school, you know, and they realized it wasn't the devil at all, they was like, man, the kids are responsive and they're doing good. So
brought a new day. I think we have a call on here. Hello, caller?
Hello, yes?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for calling.
Thank you, I'm glad I got to call in.
So you have a question for us?
Well, I wanted to make a statement.
Okay, we take statements. Let's hear it.
I just met Nomega not too long ago, and I really didn't have a chance to see what type of great person he was until we all went to a church function there, and some people at the church, younger kids, knew who he was, and they were so elated and happy to see him. So I can see at that moment in time that it was clear that he was making a really positive movement in the community, and I just wanted him to know that.
Well, that's very nice. Now, are you involved? Who's calling? Nomega wants to know who's calling.
Tamara.
What's up? Give a shout out to Tamara, Puerto Rico, Jay Green, Richmond Social Club.
Richmond Social Club. Okay, well listen, I'm enjoying everything he has to say, and I see, just listen to the way that you just put that message out there, that you're on the positive side. I thank you for calling and supporting this.
Thank you.
Okay, bye now.
Bye-bye.
It's nice. See, that makes you feel good too when people recognize, and especially your peers recognize what you're doing.
About every day, every time I go somewhere, I get somebody that came in. Like we got an email today that said, because since I got here, so for 4 or 5 years, we've been going to the hoods and just giving away free material, you know, just to give kids something better to listen to, you know. And
now, when you say better, you're still doing rap?
Still rap.
But it's positive rap?
Yeah, it's positive rap.
So we don't have all of the bitches and hoes and that kind of thing going on?
Oh yeah, well on my albums you know, my back in the day albums was like that, you know, but my last album's been Christian hip hop records.
You have children now?
Yeah, I got 2 boys now, so.
Makes a difference.
I guess it did.
It makes a difference,
you know? So, you know, I've been passing out CDs, and I had a guy email me say, and we also have a production company. I have a production company called Got Super Tracks. Give a shout out to Chris Folks, my partner. Got Super Tracks.
Got Super Tracks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all we do is make beats for Richmond, for the world.
So you're getting ready to start your little Motown here, it sounds like.
I'm trying to monopolize.
Yeah, well, that's what you need. I mean, you need, because the music, the talent that's here is phenomenal. It's just never been structured, and you're absolutely right. Yeah. So that's you're on point, man. I'm telling you. And I'm listening to you with the food and everything else. Now, do you use volunteers in your organization?
Yeah, all them 30 people you saw there. Yeah. Was there just on love.
That's impressive.
Just on love, because they backed what I was doing, and they was getting behind. They wanted to better their situation, so it was just on love.
And what about distribution?